Hello, Kiana here, and welcome to the Being in Sync Monthly Vibe. Super excited to talk to you about some things that have been going on with my clients and also with me. And I came up with 5 significant things that I thought would help you on your path to being more in sync. So I want to talk to you about a couple of exciting events that are coming up with a webinar that I'm going to have available, and also the B.H.A.G. I want to follow up on last month's B.H.A.G. information and give you even more things that you can do to be successful with your B.H.A.G.s that come up. And you know B.H.A.G.s are those big, hairy, audacious goals, right? So you remember that from last month. And then I also want to take some time to walk you through a visualization. This is something that's come up with a lot of my clients this last month, and they found it to be extremely helpful. So I wanted to walk you through this process that I walk with my clients. And then also I want to share with you some exciting news about Being in Sync 365, and then a cool awareness that I've had from when I was a kid to where I am now, and how it's changed and evolved. So I want to start with the Being in Sync No Tropic Botanicals. Myself and Willow are having a webinar to help you understand really no tropics. What are they? How do they help you? How does it help you in business? How does it help you in your personal life? Why did we combine these? And the best part of this webinar is that you are going to get an opportunity to chime in and ask your personal questions to both me and Willow and get free consultations. So I hope that is exciting for you. It's exciting for us to be able to do this, and it's taken a long time for us to get our schedules in sync. So the date is Saturday, September 29th, Pacific Standard Time, 4 to 6. If you're interested, sign up in the link below and you'll get all the information on how to join us for that call. So I'm super excited about that. So B.H.A.G.s, I wanted to talk about it because, as you know, I had talked about it last month about finishing a remodel, and I kind of introduced to you all what a B.H.A.G. was. And some of you, I hope, are wondering, well, have I had a B.H.A.G.? Do I want a B.H.A.G.? And how do you do one successfully? Well, first of all, I want to say I'm at the tail end of wrapping up one that has been all encompassing. It's a remodel. And I'm sitting here, I'm finally in, but as you can see, we don't have anything up on the walls. There's a lot of things that needs to be done to finish a B.H.A.G. And there's always an ending to a B.H.A.G. A big, hairy, audacious goal always has an ending. It's never a lifelong endurance race. No way. It's a beginning and an end. So what are the things that I'm doing right now are just cleanup. The final details, putting the shine on the project, those things that haven't been done yet. And so one of the things that I think is most successful in getting things completed is making lists. One list after another list after another. I mean, we make tons of lists, and I'll go out to dinner and I'll make a list of all the things that still need to be done until this project is done. And then we could put it to rest and say, okay, B.H.A.G. 2018 complete. Can't wait to have that day. But it's important that you have a completion. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, and this one I'm really excited about, so I'm going to sit up and tell you about this, because really there are some key things that I think would be really helpful for you when you are taking on a B.H.A.G. Whether that is for your business or for your personal life. And God help you if you do a remodel. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I know people love doing flips, but that is not my shtick. So there are a couple things. There is actually 7 things that I thought of that were critical for me going through all of the B.H.A.G.s that I've ever done. And I've done more than I thought I did until I was introducing it to you. I've done quite a few B.H.A.G.s, both personal, medical, health and wellness, and business. And the first thing that I think is so important for everybody to know is the attitude in which you go into a project really determines the outcome. So you have to go in with an attitude that you're 100% in, you're going to do this, and how are you going to do it? Like, What is your attitude and process going to be? You're going to roll with the punches. There's going to be things that don't go your way. Trust me, there will be plenty of those in a B.H.A.G. But what's your attitude going to be? Like, set your attitude and your mindset is really massive in creating a successful B.H.A.G. The other thing is absolutely, unequivocally, listen to yourself. You know that gut reaction, that gut feeling that tells you this person's not the right one to work with, or you should really go for this contractor, or you really need to get this person on your job and you don't know why. You definitely want to listen to yourself, not necessarily question why, but listen to those gnawing inklings that you get, because they're going to lead you to success. The other thing is self-care. A B.H.A.G. is so encompassing. It taxes your emotional, your spiritual, your energy, your focus, your attention. It takes from all your resources. So your self-care really needs to be part of your plan. And I will tell you honestly, it went out the window for me about halfway through this last B.H.A.G. with this remodel. And it was about 3 months into it that I was like, this absolutely unequivocally needs to stop, or else I'm not going to be able to complete my goal. So I made a commitment to myself to get back into the gym and spend some time doing some self-care and just making sure I was nurturing myself in the ways that I could. The fourth thing is your commitment. It absolutely needs to be unwavering, because even if you're doing this with other people, they're going to falter. They're going to question. They're going to wonder, should I have ever done this? And I've wondered that. But my commitment to the goal and the project overrode any desire to be done with it, because I wanted to be done with this months ago. But I was so committed to getting this completed and being a part of the completion, because I was learning so much from it. This remodel has been a gift that just keeps on giving. The learning never stops. So that brings me to point number 5 is there's always going to be so many decisions in a big project, in a big healing, in a big health crisis, or something that you need to address. My advice to you is to make quality decisions. Really take time to get in tune with yourself, listening to yourself, but make sure that you've done your research, that you've called on your resources. If you're hiring people, that you call and check their references. Those things are critical in making quality decisions. The other thing is unlike some of those books that you might have read out there that say don't take things personal, I'm going to say take it all personal. A B.H.A.G. encompasses all of who you are. It's part of your soul's journey. And it would behoove you to not take it personal. Take it personal and ask yourself, what am I learning from this situation? What bad things happen, there's always a learning from it. So learn from it, and that will add to your quality of decisions, always. And then the final and last thing is to smile. Don't grin and bear it, but really smile and enjoy the process. It is arduous. It will test you. It will make you cry. It's okay to cry. I cried. I wanted it to be over. I cried many times during the B.H.A.G.s. Allow yourself to cry and also laugh and smile and enjoy. Like, it doesn't have to be that bad, but don't keep yourself so locked up that you're not feeling the feelings of frustration, anger, anguish, all those things that come up. That's part of the learning. But smile as you have those new awarenesses. So that's it on the B.H.A.G.s. I don't intend to revisit it, and I hope that these tips help you in really taking on your next big, hairy, audacious goal. So the other thing that's come up multiple times this month with my clients, multiple times, so much so I had 3 clients in one day. And they were talking about one was getting a promotion, another was thinking about they wanted to get a promotion. And so I wanted to give you an opportunity to really do what I did with these clients. And that is to think about the shoes that you're walking in now. What does it feel like? What is that experience? What are the sensations? What does it feel like in your legs? What does it feel like in your body, your heart, your soul, your mind? And some of the words that my clients used when they were describing, it was heavy, their mind was racing, they couldn't stop thinking. And so that would be the present moment, like the getting into the moment and feeling what it feels like to be in your current shoes. And then think about the new job, the new role that you're taking on, the amount of work, the time, the effort, the energy, the years of preparing for this role that you've looked at taking on. And it's finally here. It's here right now. And what I would like you to do is actually take a physical step. Stand up from your video and take a physical step and step into the new shoes. And imagine what those shoes are for you. And actually close your eyes and feel the sensations of being in your dream role or position, or that significant influencer role that you've wanted to be in, and see how that feels for you. And get used to wearing those new shoes. That visualization technique will help you be prepared to make that transition clean, swift, and also enjoyable. So step into those shoes. So the other thing that I've been working on, it's been in the works for years. I've had the workbook done forever, and I'm finally prepared to launch Being in Sync 365. So that is every day, being in sync. How do you do it? How do you teach it? How do I become a consultant? How do I become more well-rounded? And I have decided to launch the first module in 2019. Can you believe it's almost here? It's around the corner. So I wanted you all to be the first ones to know. And I have an application, so feel free to fill out the application and be one of the first. The first applicants will be getting the discounted rate. And it's going to be a small, intimate group so you can learn. But if you go on the link below, you'll see what Being in Sync 365 is going to encompass, and it's going to be amazing. And then finally, I have been noticing some things, and I wanted to share some things that I've been noticing. Do you ever drive and just kind of look out at the sky and look at the clouds and see how different they are and pretty? And when I was a little girl, I used to do that all the time. I used to go to the beach and look up from the sand and just watch all the clouds going by with the wind. And then now as an adult, what I started noticing and taking pictures of is I started seeing images, not just animals or giraffes or hippos, but I started seeing faces and blowing and so many cool things. I wanted to share a few of the pictures here. Tell me if you see the faces too, because when I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. So take a look at these cloud pictures, and thank you for listening, and I hope that you found the information provided in this month's Being in Sync Vibe helpful in your Being in Sync journey. Cheers.